Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Lutfiah Fahira. What I want to do today is to present about strategies and 3 skills for structured question in TOEFL. This talk is divided into 2 main parts. Firstly, I would like to present about strategies for structured question in TOEFL. Then, I'll be presenting about 3 skills for structured section in TOEFL. My presentation will take about 5 to 10 minutes. Now, I will start talking about the strategies for structured question in TOEFL. There are about 5 strategies that you can do while working on structured section. And the first things you can do while working on structured section is study the sentence. Your purpose is determine what is needed to complete the sentence correctly. The second things you can do is study each answers based on how well it completes the sentence. Eliminate answers that do not complete the sentence correctly. Next, do not try to eliminate incorrect answers by looking at the answers. The incorrect answers are generally correct by themselves, and the incorrect answers are generally incorrect only when used to complete the sentence. Fourth, never leave any answer blank. The last tips is do not spend too much time on the structured question. Now, let's move on to the 3 skills for structured section in TOEFL. The first skill is about subject and verbs. The things to note is that a sentence in English must have at least one subject and one verb. So, the first thing you can do is to find the subject and the verb in a sentence. Now, let me give you an example. The question is, blah 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 greeted me enthusiastically at the front door. The option is A. Parental, B. If, C. My friends, D. The. The answer is C. My friends. Because if you look at the structure in the sentence, there is already a verb, namely greeted, but the sentence does not have a subject. It means that the sentence needs a subject. And the best answer for this question is C, my friends. Now, the second skill is about object of preposition. First of all, I want to give you some example of preposition. There are in, on, at, by, behind, beside, etc. If preposition is followed by a noun or pronoun, then it's called an object of preposition. But if a word is an object of a preposition, then it is not the subject. Now let me give you an example. The question is, the 2 biggest resorts, blah blah blah, Arkansas are Hot Spring and Eureka Springs. The options are A, in, B, towns in, C, towns are, D, towns are in. The answer is B, towns in, because towns is a plural subject and parallel with the verb, namely are. Why do we choose a plural subject? Because at the beginning of the sentence, it says 2 biggest resorts, which says more than one or is called plural. The Arkansas in the sentence is the object of the preposition. Now, the last skills that will be discussed is about present participle. Present participle in structured question are often confused because they have to function as part of a verb and adjective. It is part of the verb when it's accompanied by some form of the verb be. It is an adjective when it is not accompanied by some form of the verb be. Now, let me give you an example. The question is, Pluto's moon, Karen, blah, 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 in a slightly elliptical path around the planet. The option is A moving, B is moving, C it was moving, and D in its movement. The answer is D is moving because the sentence is already have a subject, namely Karen, but does not have a verb. The best answer is B is moving because moving is part of a verb because it is accompanied by to be. Now, last, in conclusion, I'd like to say there are 5 strategies you can do while working on structure section. First is study the sentence. Second is study each answer based on how well it completes the sentence. Third, do not try to eliminate incorrect answer by looking at the answer. Fourth, never leave any answers blank. And last, do not spend too much time on the structured question. And three skills we learned earlier were about subject and verb, object of preposition, and present participle. Now, and that's all from me. Thank you, everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.